Good morning to everyone. In this session, let's see about how to succeed in your life. Each and everyone aspiration is to be more successful in our life. We know that life may be having a lot of ups and downs. So, how to come across all those things and to become a successful person? We are more and more curious in succeeding the life. Am I correct? So the simple concept is certain basic things where we need to have in our life. Normally, when we are growing up, we would be facing with a lot of problems, or we are supposed to resolve a lot of problems in our life. Life is not an easy thing. It can be easy in certain circumstances based on the approach where that individual used to have in his life. Life is giving a lot of opportunities. Most of the people are not aware about the opportunities because those are because of the nature of the individual. That means a person will be tuned by certain parameters. Initially, the partly by genetic inheritance, and the part of the attitude will be by the atmosphere what he used to have in his life. The surrounding is playing a major role in the brought up of an individual. So that is the reason why most of the parents are quite very more serious in giving a very good atmosphere or very good education to a students. Why we are most of the parents are opting a better school for his son or daughter means this is the major reason. Once they are choosing a very reputed institutions, the moral activities or the moral attitudes or the values of the student will be better while comparing to the rest of the schools, because the people who are studying over there will be used to have good qualities or good attitudes because their atmosphere seems to be like that. So very good surroundings will play a major role in the life of a person. That is the one of the case. And the another thing is the brought up by their parents. That is another major role. And the genetic inheritance. Normally, the attitudes, whatever there in an individual, seems to be because of the genetical inheritance. So an individual, once a person is growing up, this parameter used to be changed based on the education, quality of education, what he used to have in his life. Nowadays, education means there is another question whether valid education is there. Normally, in our curriculum or in our system of education, the value based education is there often. But without realizing what's the purpose of that education, people used to come across those things. But if you see quite very deeply with that system of education, you would see nowadays in this materialistic world, everyone are racing behind the money and materials. They are not giving more importance to the values. Human values is more and more important. That is what Swami Vivekananda has told. Education is the manifestation of life. Until the death, the learning process is there. So the values of the man should be based on the education what he is having. So education plays a major role. It is not only a job seeking platform alone. Instead of that, if you're having a value based education, people can achieve the things or succeed the platform without giving harm to others, without making any collapse to the society. He would be able to contribute more. So that is what my focus is. Simple focus is value based education. That should be more and more concentrated by the nation. So in the recent days, more often the academicians are stressing the need for a value based education. Simply having a technical education or a professional education is not enough, rather than unless if you are not having a sound platform with the value based educations. If a person is not with good values, although he is a person who is sound enough with his knowledge in his particular area, he can't succeed and he can't deliver too much for the society. Unless the education is not delivering anything for the society, it is baseless. It is an useless one. So the my focus area is simply the value-based education, whomever it may be. As a teacher, often I have experienced these things. I have realized these things in my own life, that to what extent the value-based education is standing in our life once when we are facing the problems. So it will be more worthy enough to resolve the problems once we are having a value based education. A person will be of higher confidence, a person will be of a great courage and self reliability. He will face the entire problems, whatever he come across on his own without depending on others. Because when we are depending for solution with others, they will be misguiding us and they will be fitting giving solution based on their platform only, which will be not more matchable to our problems. So in such a cases, if we are the people to resolve our problems, the solution will be there and it will be more fitable one for our problems. So that is once again and again I'm stressing, simply rather than before getting into an education or professional education, whatever subject you used to pursue in your life, we have great values. Nowadays, even the scriptures failed to focus the values in this commercial world. So the education is a great platform which can bring the values among the most, and thereby we can make a very good society which will be more peaceful to the entire world community. That is what I am quite very sure with my own experience too. Okay, thank you once again. See you all.